Hi, it's Gary. Welcome to today's video. I don't know about you, but over the years, one of the things that's constantly been drummed in, it's the importance of having and setting and then monitoring goals. And goals, yes, I think they're a brilliant idea. But one of the weaknesses, they only really work well for short-term things. Up to a couple of years ago, I used to spend time every single year. I would set 5-year goals. I would set 2-year goals, 1-year goals, quarterly goals, monthly goals. I spent the time, I made sure these were all smart, so they were specific, measurable, achievable, realistic, and time-bound. I'd start moving on, I'd start doing my work. Then suddenly something would happen, something I have no control over. And my goals, they would go out the window. Just think, what's been happening the last couple of years? Imagine if you had goals that you set 3 years ago. When COVID kicked in, they may have gone right out the window. There's nothing you can do. There's no impact you can have. It's external circumstances. This all changed for me, I'm going to say about 3 years ago. I listened to the Cortex podcast, and on there, Mike and Gray, the two hosts, they were talking about the theme system. And this, it just clicked with me. It was like that aha moment, that light bulb going on in my head. The theme system really hit that nerve. So how I use it is at the start of each year, usually near the end of the previous year, but we'll call it the start of each year. I spend some time, I look at my life, I look at where I'm going, what I want to achieve. And what I try to do is come up with a single word which describes what I want to do, how I want to move forward. That single word is really important to me because the word gives flexibility, but it also gives structure to what I'm going to do. And this word, it's very specific. It's specific to your circumstances, to where you want to go. I do it annually. Now, you could maybe do it every 6 months, once a quarter. How often you set that word, that's up to you. I just find the annual way that works really well. So some examples of these words. Say you want to change your career stream. You want to get a different job. You might call it, this is a year of reinvention. You're reinventing your career. Or it's a year of restart, a year of new beginnings. It's all about starting stuff. If you want to improve your fitness, the year of health might summarise that. The key thing, that word, it has to be meaningful to you. So my year this year, it's called the year of expansion. And it's all about expanding what I'm already doing. Some examples. I wanted to increase the range of fiction that I was reading. So what I did is I expanded and I started reading from a new author and a new genre completely. And I'm really enjoying it because it's taken me out of that fiction comfort zone and into something new. I want to grow my YouTube fountain pen channel. So I'm going to expand that. What I did, I looked at the word expansion. I looked at the areas in my life that I want to work on, and that's my business, my YouTube channel, and my personal life. And then I identify one thing I can do in each of those areas per quarter. We're not talking big changes. I'm all for making small changes because small changes very quickly add up to something big. By having this theme of expansion, if something happens, I can react. I can make changes very quickly. If I had a fixed goal, that's a bit harder. I've got to go back and relook at all my goals and how they flow onto each other. Because when I was doing my goals, my medium-term goals, they would be all moving me towards that longer-term one. Similarly, the shorter-term ones would all be moving me towards a medium-term goal. With the theme, something changes, I can just change what I'm doing on a day-to-day basis and get moving straight away. I'm not saying don't have goals. Goals are very important. What I do though is I limit my goals to 1 month. No goal should be greater than 1 month in length. What I do at the end of each calendar month is I sit down, usually only for about 10 or 15 minutes, and I come up with some goals for the following month. I come up with one goal per area of my life that I'm trying to improve. So as I said, those areas are my business, my fountain pen YouTube channel, and my personal life. So each month I've got 3 goals, one from each of those. I can then track what I'm doing. I can move forward towards those goals. How I move forward is once I've got my goal identified, I sit down, again within that 15 minutes, it's a fairly quick exercise, and I come up with a series of steps that I think I need to do which will let me achieve that goal. Each of those steps I then break down into some smaller steps. I like breaking stuff down. The smaller you can get, the more finite you can get with the work required, the easier it is to achieve it. So I've got these little tiny steps. I put them into my action management system. To me, this is the key to my entire life. My action management system, together with my calendar, controls everything that I'm doing. Every day, I then pick 3 goals from my action management system. Again, one for each area, one for business, one for the YouTube channel, one for my personal life. And they're the 3 things I need to achieve that day. Now, most days I do a lot more than those, but I'm always picking 3, one from each area, so that I'm always moving forward. This idea of moving forward is so important. If I move forward every day, it doesn't matter if I don't meet the goal. I've made daily improvements in what I'm doing. I'm getting better every single day. And that's the key thing. It's again small changes, small things that you're doing that move you forward. So for me, the idea of the theme system is to have this overarching word that's guiding everything I'm doing. From that, I derive a series of monthly goals. Each monthly goal, I break down into a series of smaller steps, and every day I do at least one of those smaller steps. By doing this, by focusing on achieving small things on a daily basis that add up to something big, it allows me to move forward, it allows me to grow, it allows me to get the results I deserve. I hope you've enjoyed today's video. Do you use the concept of goals, or have you started moving down to more of this theme type system? Please drop your comments down below. What do you think about goal setting? What do you think about themes? I'd be really interested to see what other people are getting, how other people are working. Again, this is a small thing. Every time you give me some feedback, I learn something new. And that's what I'm all about. It's constantly growing what we all know. Please hit the thumbs up button. Every time you like, every time you comment, just helps with the YouTube algorithm. If you haven't already, please subscribe to my channel so that you can get new videos as I release them. I'll talk to you again soon.